Hello, everyone. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. So, today I'm just here to talk about how some women can be very evil and mean. And my whole life, I found it kind of hard to be a girl's girl when everybody was saying, they're a girl's girl. And not in a misogynistic type of way or a pick me type of way, but more so like I've always wanted to have genuine connections with women, but it always went downhill in some type of way. Like, even before my glow up, I felt like a lot of my friends only had me around because they were doing better than me. And as soon as I lost weight, that was when they started to leave my life one by one because they couldn't handle the type of privileges I was getting from looking pretty. And it took me a while to sit back and accept that it happened. I had a lot of arguments with them before they just, well, until we both just finally decided to separate. It was like they went from being these sweet, kind, and reliable girls to people I've never even seen before. It's like their whole energy and demeanor changed and they stopped wanting to be around me because I couldn't relate to them anymore. See, with me and that friend group, we were friends with each other because we could relate on not being liked. We could relate on just not looking the best. And once I had my glow up, they just stopped liking me. They cut me off and I was okay with it. But once I got into the real world where I started working and everything, I started to see that my managers were treating me badly. Like, there was this one manager I had, she was this bigger white woman, and she hated my guts for no reason. And it was so bad to the point where she turned the whole workplace against me over a small mistake. And I just felt so guilty in that moment, and it took me a while to get over it because I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting them to completely rally against me like that and try to get me out of there. It was just crazy to me. And of course, with that workplace, all of the girls in there, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say this, but they were all unconventionally attractive women who were overweight. And the one that was the meanest to me, or it was two of them, they were both white. And before I got out of there, I quickly realized why they were so miserable with their lives and why they wanted to try to bring me down. But I felt like in that workplace, I just couldn't make any mistakes. And I remember the one mistake that I made, the manager took that as an opportunity to turn everybody against me. And they made me really, really upset and they laughed in my face when I cried. And I just felt like they treated me like I didn't have any feelings. And I hated that so much. I've also had girls start rumors about me my entire life. Like, it didn't matter where I would go, I would always have a girl just be like, I don't like you. Like, just say that for no reason. I've had girls want to fight me, but of course they didn't do anything because I was always a strong girl, and I think they could see that if they mess with me, I could probably do some damage, so they didn't try to hurt me. But I had a friend who is also an exotical, and actually, before I stumbled across the exotical space, me and her would talk about our experiences together. And she told me that, yeah, she experienced girls try to fight her as well for no reason when she was growing up. And I remember there was a lot of girls trying to fight her when we were in high school. And there was a girl who did put her hands on her. She was this really big girl trying to hurt a girl who was like 100 pounds lighter than her. And I just thought that was so crazy. Like, my friend, she really went through it because she was beautiful. And I'm still friends with her today because even though I had my glow up, she was always rooting for me and she never turned her back on me. So I am very appreciative of her. But I definitely can see why girls are jealous of her because she's pretty, she's slim, thick, she has long, beautiful curly hair. So a lot of girls would see her and see when the guys would like her, they would ultimately get upset about that because they didn't want her to have that attention. And they would spread rumors about who she's been with and just everything. And as soon as I got older, I went through the same thing because me and her, I'm a few inches taller than her, but me and her have the same body type. And I've had a lot of women be shady towards me and make rumors about me, especially in the workplace. I've had girls say that I've had a BBL, even though I have never gotten surgery in my life. Like, I am too young to get a BBL, and I don't have the money for that. So, I've had girls say that. Sometimes when I would wear my hair straight, there would be girls who would ask me if it's real. I remember this one time I had this girl literally take her hands and put it throughout my scalp just to feel if there was tracks in there. Like, just super petty stuff like that. And a lot of times people just tell us to let that stuff go, but you can feel the shade behind those comments. It's like they want to believe that you're not naturally beautiful. They don't want to believe that you naturally have long hair as a black woman. They don't want to believe that you have a nice body and you didn't have to get surgery to obtain it. And it's just like, oh my goodness, can y'all just let me live without all of this attention and criticism? Like, I love being beautiful, I love taking care of myself, but it's so hard being a pretty woman because people feel like they can just say whatever they want to you and you should just take it. And it's absolutely ridiculous the lengths that some women will go to make sure that you don't feel good about yourself. It's like they're always trying to find something to use against you when you make them mad. And I've had my own family do this to me, my own sister, and me and her, we're not as close as we used to be because I started to realize that my whole life she was trying to humble me. And she even told me that when we were younger, she was jealous because the whole family would give me compliments and she felt kind of off to the side. But even though that was happening, I just feel like there was no excuse for her to take that out on me. But I had to distance myself away from her over time because even though we are not children anymore, I still see that some of that jealousy that she always has still comes out sometimes. Like, she finds it hard to compliment me. She doesn't congratulate me immediately when good things happen for me. So I had to realize that she feels like if she compliments me, that means that she's beneath me or something like that. I don't know. But I had to learn how to understand the ways of jealous and envious women because when you take what they have to say as literal, they will completely ruin your life, get in your head, and completely destroy your self esteem. And that's one of the things I hate. Those women really do damage. And what really hurts is that there is a beautiful woman out here right now who believes that she's ugly because everybody in her life told her so. And not because they meant it, but because they were trying to humble her. And it sucks because some women just don't get lucky to come across a place like this, like the exotical space, and be able to hear stories about other women who've been through the same thing to relate. And it almost happened to me. But luckily for me, I came across Exoticals United, and that woman changed my life and answered so many lifelong questions I've always had about why people treated me the way that they treated me and why I experienced certain things. So I am so grateful to be here to talk about my experience because I'm hoping that my story can relate to someone and I can help save a life or change a life out there. But yeah, that was all I had to say. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope every last one of you have a great and fantastic day. Bye.